Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're watching this video on the day it's uploaded, today is the Friday of Anime North weekend. And if you're not familiar with Anime North, that is like my favorite of the conventions because it's not quite as commercial as Fan Expo. Like, it doesn't have the stars. It's not so much about shopping. It's more about just like being a nerd and being in costume. It's got more of a chill vibe to it, and people are there more just to hang out and look at stuff, and the costumes are amazing. So I look forward to Anime North every year. But the issue I've come into this year is I don't know which costumes to wear. I'm coming to the life problem where I have so many costumes now that I can't decide which ones to wear. So I went through my closet. I made a list of all my costumes. Some of them are a little more involved, and some of them are a little more casual, and I thought I would take you through my costume closet, just like all of the costumes that I have, and hopefully by the end of this video I have a better idea of what costumes I want to wear. So probably most famously, one of my main costumes is Ariel from The Little Mermaid. She was the first costume I ever really wore to a convention, back when I actually had bright red hair. I bought the fin off of eBay at one point, and then the top, every year I've kind of changed the top from purple seashells that I painted, and, you know, a purple bikini top and that sort of thing, but I wear her a lot. I'm thinking I'll probably bring her this year just because Anime North is also usually so warm out, and you're outside so much that being that naked is the most comfortable, because any of my other costumes are very clothes heavy, you'll soon find out. I wear Ariel a lot. I like wearing her because my legs are in the fin, and I think it's funny, and yeah. I went with my second most famous costume. After that, it would probably be Sailor Mars. Sailor Mars is the costume that I've probably worn the most often, to the point where the costume now is kind of like, I don't like to wear it anymore because it kind of fits me like frumpy because it's all stretched out and it's I really need a new one. But Sailor Mars, you know, my channel started as a Sailor Moon channel when I started my blog, and it's just like, Sailor Mars will always be very near and dear to my heart, and that's one of my best costumes to wear. But over the years, I did acquire a lot of the other, like, GE licensed costumes. So I have Sailor Moon, Sailor Mercury, a really cheap, shitty-looking Sailor Jupiter that I bought at Value Village one year. I had Sailor Venus, but I gave her away. And I've actually, to a convention, worn, like, a femme tuxedo mask before, because I have the hat, I have the mask, I guess, the roses and the cape, so I've done that before as well. So I've basically done like all of those Sailor Moon characters, and then beyond that, I've done Queen Beryl. She was one of my favorite costumes I think I've ever worn, but a lot of the pieces are separate, so she's a pain in the ass to wear. Like the boob spikes are separate, and then I have to wear the horns on my shoulders, I have to spirit gum those there, I have to find contacts and put them in, I have to put the thing on my forehead, it's a wig, it's a really tight, skinny purple dress, which looks great, but, you know, she's so much work, but she looks so good. Another Sailor Moon character that I've done before, that I actually really like of my costumes, is Chibiusa. Now, I did, like, Sailor Moon R Chibiusa, not in her sailor uniform, more in just, like, her school outfits. And it was one of those costumes that at first, the first time I wore it, I didn't like it, because the wig, like, a Chibiusa wig is, like, a lot of hassle, right? But I actually eventually really figured out how to do the wig. So what I did was I went to Michael's and I bought, like, styrofoam circle-based pyramids, I guess, and glued the weft of hair around that, and then glued it to the wig, so her odongos are like perfectly shaped now, and then the ponytails on the side, if you will, are just clips. So I actually really like how that wig looks. The only reason I don't wear her more often is because the wig is so shaped, I had to keep it in a big box, and sort of bring that big box to like Anime North is a pain in the butt. But I actually really do like that costume. That was the last Sailor Moon one, I promise. Now, if you want to go into more, like, DC costumes, probably my best costume, it doesn't seem to be as popular, I think, is my Joker costume. It's more inspired by the video games, like, Arkham Asylum and all those. I think I actually played Arkham Asylum on my channel, if you want to watch those. But I love those games, and I really like how the Joker looks. I can't rock that sort of, like, receding hairline look, so instead I just have, like, a normal wig, but I really do like that costume. I hope someday that I get to wear it to, like, a convention where I have time beforehand to, like, cotton and latex myself, like, actual scars on my face, so that I look more like my mouth was ripped open rather than just a red line. And then Poison Ivy. I've done a video on my channel about putting my Poison Ivy costume together, but it's essentially just a long nude tank top that I put snaps on in the crotch part so that I could wear it like a jumper, and then individually sewed a whole bunch of fake leaves all over the outfit. My mom helped me a lot with that one. Like, it took a lot of work, but it was really simple and it looks really good. The reason I don't really wear that costume anymore is because that first year that we made her, I wore her so much. so much that the plastic leaves are like all shriveled and they're like wrecked and they're falling off in spots. So I had to like really fix the costume in order to wear it again. But she looked really good. And then we put like leaves in my chair. I liked her a lot. And then of course the other DC character that I often wear, she's not really Gotham, but you know, she's in the DC world, is Wonder Woman. My Wonder Woman costume is a Halloween costume I bought on sale at a Halloween store, like a week after the Halloween store was over. So that's all I have. But I bought her like before all the Wonder Woman hype, so yeah. And I really like that costume too, because I get to like use my actual hair and I don't have to use a wig. Wigs are so overrated, man. They make my head so sweaty. I don't love wearing them. Two costumes that I own and have only ever worn once. One of them is Cruella de Vil. Now, the reason I don't wear her often is because most of the conventions that I go to are in the middle of summer, and I have that big fake fur coat. And I bought it from, like, Value Village. I bought it from a thrift store. But it is so warm. Like, it's so heavy and so hot that I can't get as good as the costume looks, I can't get myself to wear her again. I just can't do it. It's just like Sweat City. So the one time I did wear her, she looked really good, and I'm glad I got like professional pictures done, because I don't want to wear her again. Like maybe for actual Halloween one year, because then it's warmer with the coat, but until then, I'm fine not wearing Cruella again. And for a similar reason, I've only ever worn my Yui from Angel Beats costume once before as well. Now, Yui is a character that I had always been interested in cosplaying because I just love her. Angel Beats is like one of the first animes that I like really super like watched all the way through and watched. Just like rewatched the heck out of Angel Beats. And Yui, like, she's just adorable and she's a ball of energy and she was in a wheelchair, spoilers. And I just loved her. So I bought the Yui costume, but it's so thick and so heavy that I sweat like a monster in that costume. So I've only ever worn it once. My wig was like way too long. If I could go back in time and redo that picture of me wearing Yui and Katie was Kanade from Angel Beats as well, I would like chop that wig off. Like, Abby, why did you wear it full length? It should have been so much shorter. And then my newest costume is my Xena costume. Now, I bought her from Amazon. I'm not going to lie to you. And then it was like, it fit me right in theory. But because my body shape is so weird, it took a lot of altering on my mom and just my mom's part. So she really had to like take the skirt up, take the straps down. And then because all the armor pieces were just like Velcroed on when we took spots in, the Velcro didn't match up anymore. So it was a lot of work. And then I made the chakram. And I feel like she looks really good. I was surprised by how much people liked her. Like, I always feel like Xena is one of those characters that people don't really know. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's not as recognizable. People don't love it as much. And then when I wore her, I was just like ambushed by love the whole day. So I'll definitely wear her again. Probably Fan Expo at the end of the summer. I feel like she doesn't have the right vibe for Anime North. Anime North, I should be like a little more anime, and Fan Expo is a little more Xena. But I will for sure wear her again. She's not a one-time wonder. She was amazing. Love her a lot. But with that being said, I also have a lot of costumes that I consider casual cosplays. Like, they're really just sort of kind of regular clothes that I've made into costumes. So I count those too, even though they're not as big in production-y as, like, Xena. So, like, one of the ones, I don't know that I have, like, a full-body picture of her, which is why I'm considering wearing her to Anime North this year. But I have a Coraline costume, and I have like yellow rain boots and a yellow rain jacket and a little police hat, and I have the wig and I have a doll. The only thing is the clothes underneath are just like jeans and a shirt. Like, that's the best I have for it. My only hesitation with wearing her to Anime North, of course, is because it's so many layers. Like, I'm gonna sweat so much. So we'll have to wait and see what the weather's gonna be like, because I would really like to wear her. But so I have my Coraline costume like that. Another costume I have similar to that is Live More from iZombie. Really, it's just, again, like normal clothes, like a shirt and pants, but I have the wig for it. I can obviously do dead makeup. That's not hard. It's just like my natural skin tone. And I have a lab coat. Mind you, I think my lab coat's like way too big on me, but I have a lab coat. And I even bought a little like plastic brain that I could like bring with me, you know? It'd be a cute little like easy costume. I could also very easily cosplay Kiki. I mean, if I just take my extensions out, my hair is almost the right length. I have many big red bows. I have a black dress. I have a broom. I have a little bag that looks just like hers, you know? I have basically all the pieces. I just don't have a black cat, but I have, you know, Lena. I'm sure Lena would come with me, right? So I count Kiki as another casual cosplay. I also have an Attack on Titan jacket, which, you know, is very easy to turn into a costume. I could do, like, just put my hair in a ponytail and be Sasha, carry out a potato. I could make my bangs straight again and put on a red scarf and be Mikasa. Like, there's a lot of very easy casual cosplays you could be with just like the generic Attack on Titan jacket. I also have, I bought for Halloween one year, like a velvety Snow White dress. It looks a lot like the cartoon version. Like, there's a lot of Snow White dresses out there that are, like, big and fancy and blah, blah, blah. But this just looks like the cartoon dress. And I figure it works because I'm so pale and I have the dark hair. So I do enjoy wearing her. I also usually puff it up with, like, a petticoat underneath it so the skirt's a little bouncier. I think I wore her last year to Anime North. I'm thinking about wearing her again just because it's easy and it's cute and it's got all that. So that's another one that I have. I also last year wore a Shrek costume, my version of a Shrek costume. I made the Beware Ogre sign. I wore my Shrek ears, and I had like a little vest and a white shirt and jeans. Like, it was very much so a very casual Shrek look. It wasn't by any means like a fan favorite. Like, people weren't stopping me to take pictures, but I thought it was cute, so I count that as one of my costumes. I also have a full Slytherin uniform. When the last Harry Potter movie came out, like Deathly Hallows Part 2, my sister Sam and I put the whole Slytherin outfit together so we could go to the premiere in our Slytherin robes. So technically I could wear that too, but again, that risks being super warm. Same with the next costume I'm going to mention, which I actually put together on my channel for Halloween a couple years ago. But I mean, I don't see why I couldn't just wear her to a convention, right? Because that one is Agent Scully. I bought the wig. It was a super long orangey wig, and I cut it and styled it, and it turned out great. Just wear a suit. I have a little FBI clip with Scully's face on it, and so really that's all that takes. I think that one looks really good. I would actually really love to wear Scully again. I mean, it was a Halloween costume, but who's to say I can't just wear it again, you know? And I don't need a Mulder. I feel like Scully's more recognizable by herself than Mulder would be by himself, right? And yeah, according to my list, that is all of my costumes that I have. I have been known over the years to buy odds and ends if I see them on sale. Like, I have a whole bucket behind me of just special effects makeup pieces that I found on sale or whatever, and decided to purchase while I could, but I didn't really have a reason to buy them. I'm really glad to have taken you through my costume closet, even though it has not really super helped me figure out what I'm going to wear to Anime North this weekend. Make sure to check out my Instagram, because at the point of me uploading this, I will have figured out what I'm wearing for the weekend, and you can see pictures as I go and that sort of thing. And also make sure you stay tuned to my Instagram, my social medias, and my channel in general for future costumes I put together and whatever we got going on. Some costumes I'd love to put together in the future. I've always wanted to cosplay Cersei. Like, I'm talking like red, renaissance-y, puffy dress, and I want to turn my chair into the Iron Throne. I think that'd be great. Imagine, like, behind me I got all these, like, daggers and swords and shit. Wouldn't that be so cool? I would love that. Cersei is definitely a dream cosplay. Xena was my dream cosplay for a long time, so now that I've done her, it's like, well, I don't even know. Do you have any ideas? Do you have any suggestions of costumes I should put together and how I would put them together? What do you think would look good on me? Huh? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!